Oh, some Wilson Chisambira is
Mhm.
asking, Michael, who are some of your role models growing up?
Oh man. So my dad used to play soccer as well.
Yeah,
So I used to follow him around a lot. And then after that, it was my brothers.
yeah.
And and then after that, Coach Pong Kata, he helped me out a lot.
Okay.
I learned a lot from him. And so mostly him is him mostly, kept me in the on the soccer field, because he's like, because there's somewhere I went and one coach told me that I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough to play.
Really?
Yeah, man. It was hard.
Who
I
was
was
that? Tell us. Tell us.
No,
Who
I
was
can't. I
that?
can't mention names, my friend. I can't mention names. Yeah, he's a well-known coach, but it's we all get setbacks in life, because I was
Yeah.
young, I cried like it, I was young. I was like, "Oh, I think maybe soccer is not for me." But this coach came to me and told me, Michael, you're good enough. Don't let people try
Yeah.
to put you down, because
Yeah.
it's they don't know who you are. If
Yeah.
a coach believes in you,
Yeah.
it's the best thing in the world. You can be such a good talented player, but if the coach doesn't
Yeah.
believe in you, you won't play.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm glad that I met
Very.
this coach, Coach Ponkata.
Yeah.
As the one who came to me and told me, Michael, no, don't listen to this coach. You're good enough. I've seen you play. Just come with
Yeah.
me. So I went with him and he started training with him. So he was, it was up to now. He's such a great, he inspires me a lot up to today. We keep in touch, and I'm truly
Yeah.
thankful that I met him. But I've met a lot of good people in my life that have really inspired me. So I won't pick just this.
Any soccer icons?
I've always
It's
enjoyed
a great
watching
one.
Zinedine
Great one.
Zidane. Yeah, he's amazing.
Is the
But
architect. Is
yeah, but there's a lot of great
and
players. It's always something you can learn from someone. There's Sergio Busquets, there's Toni Kroos, there's Basti.
yeah.
There's a lot of great players, man.
Oh yeah. Is Basti still at Chicago?
No, 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 he left. He went back
No.
to Germany.
Ah,
Yeah,
but you played with him.
yeah. Such a good player.
How was that?
Such a
How was that?
it's crazy. It's
Man,
crazy. Like
he
these people
he
used to watch on TV. And then you get to share a field with these guys, man. It's the best
yeah,
feeling ever. But like besides that, he was very, very smart. He's a very intelligent player.
yeah,
He's always think like two steps ahead of the game. The way he sees the field is
yeah,
different, and it makes soccer look so easy. And that's one thing that I've always admired about him. And he's such a goofy guy, very good. He's a very good man,
yeah,
so goofy, and like he's humble. He's amazing. The same thing with Bakari, Andrea Pillo. They're great people,
yeah,
man. They're very
yeah,
humble people.
yeah,
I was surprised because some of our players, some of the players think they've made it.
yeah,
They look down on people. But dude, when I met these people, they show you of what, of how a soccer player should be. It's
hmm
so it was it was a great experience to be with these guys, to share the same field with them.
Okay, so I'll get another question as we go
Mhm.
forward. Patricia Muumba is asking,
I knew it.
being married, can you talk to us about what getting married meant to you as a black man in America?
uh, so me getting married here in the US, it gives you some kind of, how should I put it? Mm, it keeps me out of trouble, if that's how I should put it.
Yeah,
You know, it helps you to settle down. You settle down, and
yeah,
you you start life with someone else. You get to learn from them. You
yeah,
teach them something, and they push you, they encourage you. Like my wife has been there from the beginning, you know, since I became a since I started
Yeah.
playing PDL, she's always been there. So she's always been there.
Yeah.
Like when I get traded, she's the one who packs the house and we move. Like,
Yeah.
because it's the way the trades
Yeah.
work here in the US is crazy. Like she's been very supportive of me, and she's my best friend, and she takes care of a lot of things when I'm not there. So I'm truly thankful for her. So me being married here, it's been it's been life changing, but also it's been so rewarding to me, to my life, you know, mostly, you know, as to grow as a person, to grow as a husband, as a soccer player, because she's
Yeah.
been there for me, man. She's always been supportive of me. So I'm truly thankful that I got married to her.
I'm I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
My Patricia has a follow-up question. Any tips for the younger guys thinking about getting married? I don't know why she's still on this subject, but
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You know, it's okay. You know, I'll tell guys, you know, like you don't need to rush, you know,
Yeah.
because there's so many beautiful girls in the world, but at the end of the day, it's not easy to find the right person for you know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
because, you know, you don't want to rush into things and then you get married and you're like, why did I do this? You know, so
Yeah.
it's take your time and, you know, think of what you're looking for in a person, you know, take your time. You don't need to rush into getting married just because someone else got married, you know. That's
Yeah.
why I say, you know, you need to know who you are and what you're looking for in a person. You can't just rush just
Mhm.
because she's beautiful or she has money or anything like that, because all that goes away. You know, the beauty starts from within, you know.
Yeah.
So it's don't be your own man. Well, follow your
Exactly.
own path.
Exactly.
Don't try to do something else just because someone else is doing it.
Question is from Pauline Nalovega. What has been the greatest challenge, and how did you overcome it in your life? I presume.
Mm, the challenges,
Yeah.
man.
I
That's a
know
good
it's
question.
a
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you, Nalavega, for the question. But you know, it's the challenges mostly I get mostly are from like within my mind, you know, like to be able to make the right choices. Because we have like
Yeah.
soccer players, we're exposed to so much, you know, there's a lot of things we're exposed to in this world, and you have to work on your
Yeah.
mind each and every day. You know, that is
Yeah.
where does this take me? Where does this lead me?
Yeah.
And I'm still lucky that, you know, I haven't been able to. Okay, I got injured once, you know, and I was trying to answer Nalavega's question is the challenges that
Okay.
I faced.
Yes.
And so besides the mental side of it is the culture difference, you know, there's compared to Uganda and here, the culture is a bit different. So I
Mm-hmm.
had to adapt to that. And like, you know, a lot of things change. You know, the food that you eat is different, you know, it's to adapt to that as well. And then the even also like as you see in the states is the language as well, because some states speak like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
have different slangs, you know. So when I was in Kentucky, dude, I couldn't have a conversation with these people. It's just flowing on their tongue. It's unbelievable. So it's the culture
Yeah.
differences, you know. It was kind of a challenge, and thank God I know I haven't like really besides and also like being injured, you know, I got injured once and I couldn't walk for like 3 months. You know, that
Yeah.
was a big challenge to me, but I was able to overcome it. And, you know, it's I had to do therapy and have to like having a good supportive wife.
Yeah.
She was always pushing me to do therapy and also finding the right people to work with so that I could be able to be back on the field. So
Yeah.
mostly,
It's always good.
hopefully that hopefully that answered your question, Alveg, and thanks for your question.
Uh, the advice for girls who are interested in soccer.
Oh man, that's really great, you know. Thank you. And so like right now the women's soccer is growing at a very fast pace or a very fast rate. You know, all I can
Yeah.
say is to, you know, to continue to prepare well and continue to train and find the right coaches to work with, and you know, don't give up on your dream. You know, if it's your dream to play, don't let anyone take it away. Protect it with your life. You know, protect your dream. Don't let anyone take it away from you, and it will happen for you. I'm sure, because right now USA is a country where soccer is growing at a very fast rate, mostly in women and in Europe as well. So I'm sure if you continue to pursue your goals and your dreams, I'm sure you can get there.
What has been your greatest failure from Pauline Nalvega?
My failures. I've made Nalvega. Thanks for your question. All I can say is I've made mistakes in life, and but failures, man, failures. I'm trying to think. Nalvega, let me see failures.
Okay, it could be like a huddle, like you
Yeah,
know.
like I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of these things. You know, like I have
Yeah.
to go back all the way to college or something, and
Yeah.
failures. Like so, me like you know, I'll say is if I wasn't, I'll put it in the soccer part and on the
Yeah.
field when I'm
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
So I've made several mistakes on the field, and they've costed me a lot. They've costed our team as well.
Yeah.
And I've scored on myself,
Yeah.
and I've one time I gave away ball, and we were playing Portland, and we
Yeah.
lost. We
Yeah.
lost that game, and I wasn't happy with that, but also like I was able to learn from it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I go back and watch videos, and I ask myself, what could I have done better? So me being on the field, I'm like, you know, I shouldn't have positioned myself like this, so now I should position myself like this. So I've made several mistakes on the field, and I felt bad because
Yeah.
like some people think, you know, being a professional soccer player, you shouldn't make mistakes. But you know,
Mm-hmm.
making mistakes on the field or anywhere in life, I feel like these are the greatest opportunities of where we can grow from. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that I made them, and I'm glad that I was able to grow out of it and learn something from it. Because I didn't choose to be the victim. I was like, I need to be responsible and own this mistake and learn from it.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's also a good thing to have a keep a clear mind like every after something like that happens, like to forget quickly. I feel like if you keep remembering those bad mistakes that you made and stuff like that, you even forget to focus on the next game or the next challenge that you have in front of you. So it's definitely a good thing that you do. I also have another question from Mildred, who actually lives in Chicago with you. She's
Yeah.
asking, have you heard of that phrase back home that you can't make it with soccer? Going along the question that some parents back home don't really support their kids, going into soccer or playing sports or any extracurricular activities because they don't see a future in something like that. What advice would you give to someone who thinks in that way or feels that way about sports?
Yeah, so I think it goes to the person whom they're telling these words, and also the
Yeah,
person who is saying these things. So first
yeah,
of all, I'll talk to the player. So the thing is, a lot of people act out of fear, and
yeah,
usually they want to pass on their fear to other people. So like that coach who told me that I'm not good enough. I was young. I
yeah,
didn't know anything, but like I cried. I cried like it. Yeah, I was young. I didn't know anything,
yeah,
but like I found someone who believed in me, who believed in my dream, you know.
Yeah.
So it's important to believe in yourself. It's very important to believe in yourself. Because if
Yeah.
you don't believe in yourself, no one is going to believe in you. So people are going to tell you you're not good enough, you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
That's their perception. That's what they think.
Yeah.
Or maybe because they failed to make it, or because they hear something about it. But that's what they think. But that's not what you think. So if you believe in something, hold on to it.
Yeah.
If it's your goal, if it's your dream, don't let someone take it away from you. You know,
Yeah.
because and that's where it comes down to be like, know who you are, know what you want in life. If you want to play soccer and that's what you believe, you love it, that's your passion, don't let someone take it away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and also the people, so the parents who tell their kids, you won't make it, you know, what's wrong with you just believing in your son or believing in your child that, believe in what they believe in their dream,
Yeah.
give them a
Yeah.
chance, give them an opportunity, because even though you pay the tuition or whatever for their school, you can tell
Yeah.
them play soccer as you do your school,
Yeah.
like believe in your child, push them, be an encourager, be motivate your kids, instead of just trying to break them down, because that's how some people have given up on their goals and their dreams,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's just because they operate out of fear, because
Yeah.
fear, when you have fear in you, like even something you'll forget and you try to
Very
pass it
true.
on. That's why some people always, like, you find someone yelling at you for out of nothing. You're like, what happened? Why did you do that? People lie. People take away from other people because they're scared. They
Yeah.
want to have more.
Yeah.
So there is no reason of trying to instill fear in other people. Don't share fear with other people. Instead, motivate them, encourage them, empower them, believe in their dream. If they
Yeah.
believe in something, what's wrong with empowering them, encourage them, instead of trying to tell them no. Just because you failed doesn't
Yeah.
mean other people are going to fail.
Yeah.
What about you teach them the mistakes you made and give them the good things that you learned from your mistakes.
Yeah.
So I say, if you believe in something, don't let someone take it away from you. And if you're a parent, please believe in your kids.
Yeah. Hopefully, parents are listening. Right. I have another question. What are the best the attributes and features that the best players in your position should have? That's a
Yeah,
question from Yunisu Babuwaire.
uh, it's first of all, it's the physical part of it.
Yeah.
It's the endurance. You should love to run to cover the ground, but
Yeah.
also you should be smart enough. You should be able to be thinking two steps ahead and being able to break down plays, to interpret the game, interpret tactics. And then the other thing is you have to be willing to play for the team. It's not about you.
Okay.
It's because being a midfielder, it's you. Everything goes through you, and
Yeah.
if you just make it all about you, there's no way the team is going to move forward.
Yeah.
So it's the technical part of it. You have to be good with the ball.
Yeah.
Like your first touch has to be good. It's they always think before the ball gets to you. Like, so simple things like that. But they're very important. Just the basics. Your first touch, thinking before the ball gets to you. Your endurance is very important. Your strength and interpreting the game or reading the game.
Yeah. So great. We have another question from Miss Nalovika.
Good,
Um,
good.
she she's asking, how has school been during the pandemic? I was reading Forbes magazine and it stated that you're to graduate in 2021. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm really, really excited, because this is something I've been doing for some time, so I'm really excited to graduate in May. And because, I'm part-time, I can't do
Yeah.
full-time because of soccer, moving around my family, and and now a foundation. So I can't be a full-time student, but I'm a part-time student. But I'm really excited to graduate in May. So I'm excited.
Yeah, if you don't mind, what are you studying for your master's?
Right now I'm doing my master's in sports management.
Okay.
I did a business in bachelor's. Now I'm doing a master's in sports management.
Oh, okay. That's a good. I wanted to do that in school, but the school I went to, they didn't have sports management, so I ended up in communications. You know,
Yeah,
but hey, it's never too late to go back to
it's never
school.
too late. It's never too
Yeah.
late.
So we have another question from Unisul. Is what are the basic professional etiquettes that you would advise upcoming footballers to uphold?
Oh man, that's a good question. That's a good question. So for the upcoming players, I would say that, it's being a professional soccer player, it doesn't put you above anyone else. At the end
Yes.
of the day, you're still a human being. And also be humble. Be humble,
Yeah.
please. Be humble.
Yeah.
Soccer can end like that,
Yeah.
and treat people with respect.
Yeah.
And also is be truthful, be honest, because it will
Mhm.
even show on the field if you're not honest as well.
Yeah.
And if you can, usually soccer to me, I always think like soccer is like life,
Yeah.
if you're not truthful, it will show. If you're not honest, it will show. If you don't respect people, it will show. If
Yeah.
you take shortcuts, it will show because you have to be a hard worker being a soccer player.
Yeah.
And so things like that, don't think you're above anyone else. And also, just the last thing, like as we talked about, is like know that soccer is what you do, it's not who you are.
Yeah.
It's and you should differentiate that. You should know that soccer is just you're going to do it for some time, and you need to find yourself. You need to know who you are.
So another question from Pauline is what is the greatest advice you would give to your younger self? So looking back, reflecting.
Yeah, that's a good question, Naruga. She's been on fire today. I'm thankful.
Yeah,
Thank you.
she's on
Thank
fire.
you. Thanks for being here.
She's engaged.
I know. I love it. Thank you. So, to my young self, I would be like, it's I needed to create it. I needed to create a better network of friends who would
Yeah.
challenge me
Mm-hmm.
to be a better person, and who will keep me out of trouble, who will challenge everything that I do, which I did in the past.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the most important thing because like you need a good network of people, and because it's through friends and through the network that you find opportunities. We are social creatures. You need to find people who are going to make you better, who are going to improve you, who are going to create opportunities for you, and
Yeah.
you do the same thing for them in return. So instead of having just the yes people around you, I don't think
Yeah.
that's a good enough because it's easy to have those kind of people like, oh, Michael, you're good enough. Or Francis, you're good enough. You don't have to do anything else. And that's where most of the talented players back home have failed to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they think they're good enough, and they challenge the people in authority, the
Yeah.
coaches, the parents, and other leaders in the community. So I feel
Yeah.
like it's very important to have the right people around you, and so you need to have a good network of people to help you grow.
Yes, great. Awesome. Awesome. Next question is from Babu, Mr. Yunusu. Um, who is the most underrated player you've ever played with or against?
Wow. Thank you. Thanks, Babu. Thanks for your question. Man, that's that's interesting. Man, I have to think deep.
Yeah.
The most underrated player. In which league? Does it matter where? In
I
Uganda,
I I
Kenya,
I
or
I,
the
do- I,
Premier
don't-
League?
I think he's asking a general question. Oh, there's actually a follow-up because oftentimes success or cheers normally focus on the person who delivers the end result, but those who contribute to the end result are usually not celebrated. And he says any league.
Oh man, any league.
Yeah.
So you see, you've been watching Liverpool
Yes.
and what they've done.
Yeah.
So you look at players like Wijnaldum,
Yeah.
you look at players like Anderson, the
Yeah.
captain.
Yeah.
You look at players like, I'm forgetting this guy,
In the middle?
Milner. Yeah,
Yeah.
Milner. These people work so hard. Like I
Yeah.
always believe that the number sixes, they don't get the full credit they should get. I don't know if just because I play there, but hopefully I'm not being biased. But I
No,
feel
I
like
know, I
those
know, I
people
know what you mean.
do a lot of things on the field that people don't see, and we always celebrate the people who score the goals, which
Yeah.
is because soccer is all about scoring goals.
Yeah.
But usually those kind of people, I feel like they're underrated or they're overlooked,
Yeah.
and I feel like they deserve all the credit because they work so hard. Not that because soccer is a team sport,
Yeah.
like, so because you have the goalkeepers, you have the defenders, you have the strikers. So at the end of the day, it's all about working together. But it's to me, I always feel like the number sixes because they play on both sides of the ball, they play on both sides of the field, they go back and forth. They're the heart of the team. But I
The
feel like they
backbone.
always, yeah,
The
it's
backbone, like believe it or not, because they stop the threats.
yeah,
Um,
like people like
Play
N'Golo
starts from them.
Kante,
Yeah.
yeah, it's so those are my greatest people. I always feel like they're overlooked.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Did you ever want to play a different position, or it has always been six for you?
Yeah, I've always loved to play as a six.
Okay. Okay, so I have another question from Wilson. Can we talk about mental health for a moment? As a person that plays multiple roles to so many different people, husband, friend, son, employee, and among other things, how have you been able to stay grounded and mentally aware despite all the ups and downs?
Mm. That's a great question. That's a great question. Thank you. Yeah, the mental side is really, really important in what we do or what I do in my life. It's with all these things going on, I always try
Yeah,
to take some time off for myself, like each and every day. Even if it's 10, 15 minutes, I keep my phone away and I just go for a walk to reflect on things that are going on, and also to reading has been really helpful to me. And
yeah,
like there's this book that I like, which is called The One Thing. So
yeah,
like waking up, before you go to bed, you make your plan that tomorrow I need to do this. This is my one thing that I need to focus on. So you break down, or like I break down my life into 5 things, which is like family, work, it's my spirituality, my finances, my work, so five, and then my health, so I break it down in 5 things, and I'm like, what's one thing I need to do about my relationship with my family? What can I do today to make my wife or my kids happy? What do I
yeah,
need to do today to at work? What do I need to do to push myself on the field,
yeah,
my work? And then my finances, I can't spend more than I I make, it's
yeah,
I should have a budget, I need to my spirituality, well, what's my purpose? Why am I here? What's my meaning, in life? And then so those things, like mm, and also like it always comes down to knowing who you are,
yeah,
try not to be something you're not, because whenever you try to be something you're not, that's where we get lost. We just moving around, like you're just being blown away. Like like leaves being blown away by the wind. So knowing who you are, I think, has helped me to stay on the path that I'm on right now. I'm not perfect, but I'm
Yeah.
still trying to work on myself each and every day so I can increase my awareness and spending more time in the moment. You know,
Mm-hmm.
staying away from technology a little bit, but it's an everyday process, to be able to stay mentally strong. And but
Yeah.
it's the one thing that I emphasize the most is, like, it's you have to know who you are. It's You can't be something you're not. I can't
Yeah.
pretend to be you. I can't pretend to be someone else. I have to know who I am. That I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a Christian, um, I'm a friend to someone. I'm
Yeah.
someone's son. I
Yeah.
I I I I can't overlook over these things. These are things that have kept me, in line, knowing that these are things I need to focus on the most.
Yeah.
The rest around me is it's just perception. It's what other people think. I need to focus more on my character of who I am than what people think that I am. So it's
Yeah.
an everyday process. I won't say I have it all together because I
Yeah.
lose it too sometimes, and that's the best thing of having a good wife. If you have a good wife,
Yeah.
she'll keep you grounded sometimes.
Yeah.
It's very helpful to have someone who looks out for your best interests in life, and people are going to challenge you. Because my wife, she's a nonsense. She won't take any crap from anybody, even me. She'll be like, no, no, Michael, you can't do that. So
Yeah.
I'm truly thankful for that she's been very supportive of me and in everything that I do. So she helps me to work on my mental side as well. So, but it's an everyday process. It's not just that I'm there already.
A little bit about engage, inspire, and empower. It's as you were talking with Francis at the beginning of this conversation. It's my baby, but
Yeah.
I brought my brother on board, and I have an amazing team that works with us every single day to make sure that first of all we uphold the 3 words that are in that logo, right? So we really engage people, we inspire them, and we empower them. And our slogan speaks so truly about what we want to do, which is we really want people to make the most of what they have. Often we're looking for things outside of what we have, but really some of these things are seated deeply inside of us that we just don't know their potential yet. And so when we chose to do a speaker series, first of all, everyone thought I was crazy because why are you doing a speaker series during COVID? But in my mind, I thought, like, we're home. A lot of people are alone. They need to be hearing from people that can share that you're not in this alone. You're going to come out on the other side, that there are humps in the road and they're supposed to be there to make you a better person. And so thinking of moving this and making it naming it success versus greatness is because these are 2 major words that we have been pondering about at Engage Inspire, and we're trying to get a lot of young people to think about these 2 things as different entities and not the same thing, because oftentimes, as you talked about, right, we attach money and popularity to success, right? Or when we think of greatness, we think like being given an Oscar or being given an Emmy or, Pulitzer. And it's really not that, right? It's more about like how many people can you impact, right, with what you do. And so we thought of just putting out the definitions of these 2 words as it's known to everybody else. Because when people think of these 2 words, we think, let's just go to dictionary and Google what it means. But when you hear people like you share their opinion and talk about what it means to you, the definition starts to be very tailored to how you experience life, what you've been through. It's not about what Webster's dictionary says anymore. And so I just wanted, to give a quick, shout out to the team that made this happen, and thank them so much, because without them, none of this would be possible. They honestly, like, give their time and effort to do this, right? They don't expect payment, they don't expect reward, but they want young Black people to be successful in this country.
That's awesome.
And so the magic moment has arrived, and we're about to present the second speaker for this series. And I'm pretty sure Michael doesn't know who this is because I never talked to you about it. But I am going to, you know, present this person in 1 second. But this person is of Ugandan descent, that is an amazing athlete that actually ended up playing in the NFL. And of course, some people in this group are already like guessing who it is. But yeah, as all of you are guessing, our next presenter is Matthias Chiwanuka. He's a former defensive player with the New York Giants, and he's a two-time Super Bowl champion.
Awesome.
And on August 20th, we look forward to having this same conversation with him, but of course from a different perspective, right? So you, Michael, have been blessed to have a great career and still be in a career in the MLS, and that's great. But we're gonna switch gears on the next one and actually hear from somebody that has been in the other football, right? Because in Uganda, we talk about football and we think of soccer, but I'm excited for everyone, and I'm so grateful that Matthias has agreed to do this. But I just wanted to give you another thank you for doing this. Thank you so much for sharing your opinion, and I hope that everyone that has been on this has been able to just been able to learn something, take some notes, because it's not every time that you find somebody like Michael sharing with you.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank. I can see a lot of familiar faces in the Zoom. You know, we have Yunusu. Thank you so much for staying up to watch this. I appreciate, you know, your good questions that you had. I see Mr. John Patrick Muumba. Thank you for supporting us as well. Mr. Arthur Segawa, thank you so much. You joined us a bit late, but it's okay. Your presence is what matters to us. I see Miss Sissy, thank you. Ryan Sekamate. Oh, very, very glad to see that you are following. I hope you learned something. Madame Pauline Nalubega, thank you for your questions. Yes, let's see. Oh, wait, Josh Ntale. Wow, that's a surprising thing to see. The member of parliament, Chivonga West, upcoming. Thank you for coming. Miss Pamela Ikaze, thank you so much. Thank you everyone who came and really paid attention. We hope you took something from this, and we look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks with our second guest speaker, Matthias Chiwanuka. I know a lot of people want to see that one. Yeah, but I'm very glad we got this going, and thanks to the Engage, Inspire, Empower team for all the support. Thank you, Wilson, for the lighting, the venue, everything.